trashed the whole planet.
Yes.
Right? People say, well, where's the scientific evidence? It's like, dude, why don't you eat this honey? That'll be your scientific evidence. But all you got to do is look around, and here's what science has delivered to us. The whole planet's full of trash.
Eat a conventional apple that tastes like cardboard.
Are you with me on this? I think that's why we do these Ormus conferences, because it's like we're all on the same page of like, something's wrong, but we know how to fix it, and there's something really good out there. Right? Like when we get into the meaning of this stuff, it's outrageous. And before I get your question, what are the bees doing? In their pollen, in their propolis, in their royal jelly, and in their honey, they are taking all those ennobled substances that were in the ocean, that were in the Ormus, that were in the Ormus metal extracts we've done, whatever it is, and they're ennobling it into the pollen in a completely deliverable form. So that when we make that best drink ever, what's the sweetener? Boom, our honey. It's just, it's nutso. I mean, we're just literally off the walls about this. To the point where I've got the world's second fastest man over my house going, I want to be the fastest man. He shows up. I'm like, first things first, we get your shoes off. So then we're watching videos. This is unbelievable. Then we're watching videos of the world's fastest man. Guess what he does? He wins the race, takes his shoes off, does his lap with his shoes off. Because he's really a barefoot runner. He only wears shoes in front, because it's his secret, and he's only wearing shoes in front of the audience. Right? You guys follow me on this? This when you look at the top guys in any field, you find out there's something going on. By the way, this Michael Phelps.
Yes.
Right? This was a kicker. You smoke pot, you're never going to be nothing, you're not going to do anything, except you might be the world's fastest swimmer and the world's greatest Olympian ever and win 10 gold medals. Does that seem like a disconnect? No, I'm not into smoking any of that stuff, or what. I don't have anything to do with that. But it does cause a kind of a, like, uh-oh, our little lie didn't, you just got a little in it. Okay, over here.
Well, we were driving down here, we passed all these fields of kuzu, they take over the forest. I got a feeling that's a power.
Well, I've had different people do different kinds of extractions on kudzu, or kudzu, or however you want to call it. Here's what's going on with that. Let's talk about invasive species for a second, then we'll advance on to this other stuff. Japanese knotweed is invasive in those areas where Lyme's disease is an epidemic. Japanese knotweed is the best natural cure, the best natural prevention of Lyme's disease that there is. That right there absolutely cannot be a coincidence. Yeah, exactly. It's like it comes in exactly where it's needed. So I'm sure kudzu is doing exactly that too. It's filling in an energetic gap somewhere, but we don't really understand it because we don't see the whole picture. But it's somewhere doing something very important. And that's exactly like Japanese knotweed, and this is indicating the level of intelligence that's going on in Mother Nature's arsenal, right? And by the way, if anybody has Lyme's disease or suffering from Lyme's disease, I got a whole trip on Lyme's disease, blow your mind completely. Every disease, every calcification condition, every chronic inflammation, every situation that anybody could find their way in is reversible. And not only that, it can take you all the way back to, like what you saw with the guy's beard, or you can actually get younger and actually get better health than you ever even thought possible, and have more fun, and have a better party. But health is about a party and fun. Health has nothing to do with like suffering or fasting or starving yourself or
life is good.
My God,
fun.
Having fun. This idea of like I have to suffer in order to be well is crazy at every level of analysis. There's no way it could. Any level of suffering ultimately will lead you to hell. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, here's where we're going. Well, let's get higher and 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 higher, and then we'll just be the highest ever, and then we'll go higher than that.
Yeah.
Because we're also out of the model of this. Oh, I was down, now I go up. Or, oh, I've been up, I'm high, now I'm going down. Which is all like a drug, alcohol, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't have anything to do with that. I don't know what that is. Again, it's an aberration of consciousness. We threw it out. It's gone. Okay.
You're on the
I'm going to go about the spaceship.
I'm going to personally be winding it up, but one of the things I became aware of is that some of you are going and buying water out of our cooler, and I just really want you to know you are here really with the best water ever. You're showering in the best water. You're drinking the best water.
Right out of the tap.
Right out of the tap. So, for some of you who do not know this, we have made up special trap water for you. Okay, it's an incredible machine. Trap water, David will tell you about it, okay? And if you don't have a bottle, we have biodegradable bottles here. So you want to go into our dining room, just take the water in the cooler we made especially up for you. Do not buy the water out of our cooler. We do that just for the potential people. They haven't learned what's available here. But drink this water. You're here. Drink it all the time because you will not believe what will happen for you.
And bathe in it. And bathe in it.
Drink it anywhere, any faucet. But you have all the Ormus water, and we're going to just keep it full for you. Okay, so just keep filling it up. We'll keep making it for you. And these are available to you at the front desk, okay? Just kind of, don't do anything else like buy stuff. That's good for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swan, by the way. That is the best news ever. And that board trap that she's talking about, that's actually made in gold. And it's the best board trap I've ever used on this particular water. Is outrageous. And that's the same one that I used for those glass bottles where 5 of them spontaneously shattered. And I don't know what happened to the rest of them. I was just telling people to just drink it as fast as you can. Use the bottle and drink whatever's in there fast.
Is that the same as the one Thomas is going to be teaching us how to make?
Is it the same trap? No. It's actually different. It's a little bit more sophisticated. Maybe we should probably break that thing out for people to have a look at some point this weekend.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, David, just,
Okay, awesome. Question over here.
Did you finish your story about the teeth?
Yeah, let's go there. So anyway, what ended up, God, that went on a tangent. So I decided after this whole healing that happened with my friend, that was in July of 2008, that when he had done the 4.5 months and then just was miraculously healed. So I thought, my God, this tooth, I'll just put on the tooth. We'll see what happens. 2.5 months later, that tooth was fine. Now that tooth had an amalgam filling in it for 10 years. Then it had, I had my amalgams taken out, mercury amalgams. Why dentists are putting that in the innocent mouths of children, I don't know, but that's when we're going to all have to cogitate. Vaccines. Yeah, thymos, what is that thing?
Thimerosal.
Yeah,
Did you put the
thimerosal.
Ormus Gold right on your tooth?
I put the Ormus Gold directly on my tooth 2 to 5 times a day. 1 drop, 2 drops directly on the tooth, trying to keep all saliva away from it, anything that has high energy in it, right, because that'll flip it into a metal. I did that for 2.5 months. That tooth is completely fine today. In fact, it's almost as good as it was originally after 25 years. I had an amalgam filling in there. I had the composite put in there. A year later, it fell out. I finally just said, forget it. I'm not going to do anything about it because I don't want to ever go back to a dentist ever again. That's where I'm coming from. I grew up, both my parents are medical doctors.
Did you take pictures?
I didn't take pictures, but I probably should.
Turkey.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, when it comes to like picture on it, it's the back right molar. You can look at it. I'll let you look at it. Anyway, so what happened is I had a constant sensitivity in that tooth from what time I was 14. It was first filled, and then I had the composite put in, still sensitive. Finally, I said, yeah, we don't need any more images, by the way. Finally, I said, forget it. I'm just going to leave it open. I'm going with it. I had read the stuff that says, there's a herb out there somewhere that will regrow your teeth. I thought, let's find it, whatever. Turns out Ormus Gold had radical remineralization effects on that tooth. And now I don't even really need, occasionally I'll do it on there, but I don't need to. So I know it actually permanently changed the quality of that tooth. After 25 years of all that, that's amazing.
How did you keep the saliva off that tooth?
I just go like this, draw it on there, and just leave it, as best I could for a minute or 2 or 5 minutes or whatever.
How about growing a third tooth?
Could you grow an extra tooth? I don't know, but I know there's a way. There must be a way. There's always a way.
Li Qingyun regrew 3 pairs of entire teeth throughout his lifetime. He lived at 255 years old. At 80 years old, entire new set came in, and all the others fell out. 160 at 240. He was constantly doing that. But he also did, I think you're a fan of this one, Hoshiwu, Foti?
Yep. Actually, Li Qingyun he popularized 3 very big herbs. One of them is not really an herb, it's an animal substance, but we wouldn't even know about these things if it wasn't for him. Goji berry, reishi mushroom, and deer antler. He said those were the 3 most powerful things going. And he lived to be 252 or 256 or 55 or whatever you believe. Li Qingyun. So it's 3 words, L-I. King is sometimes spelled Q-I-N-G or K-I-N-G. And then Yuen is Y-U-E-N. And he's basically legendary. But his thing about goji berry was goji berry tea. And so from that's how I started doing goji berry tea. That's a whole mind bender.